And we are live. What's good, Josh? Man, Dale saying welcome. I really want to know podcast, man. I hope y'all are well. What's good out there, man? How y'all doing? Happy hump day. It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Happy hump day, man. Um, Glad y'all here, man. We're gonna talk about some cool stuff, bro. I'm gonna leave the politics alone for a minute for the night. I've done my political stuff. Um, I'm gonna leave the finances and the banking issues and the war and all that. I'm gonna leave all that alone, and we just gonna talk about some good old fashioned, you know what I'm saying, some RP. Yo, how do we get on? Where should we be going? Uh, Conversation tonight, man, because I've been getting hit up a lot here recently by folks that I know, and this question has come up quite a bit. It's like, yo, where should we go to meet some cool women? Like, where should we go? You know what I mean? That we don't have to deal with too much of the nonsense. Well, there's always going to be a certain extent of nonsense you're going to have to deal with a little bit. But I'm like, all right, I'll put together a list. Let me put together a list of 5 spots I think that you should try to hit to come up on some pretty decent women, man. Like, you know what I mean? Some just cool people all around. Um, and it's a good experience. So, yo, man, let's get into it. And we are live. What's good, y'all? Welcome to the I Really Want to Know podcast, y'all. It's gonna be a fun conversation, y'all. I see Brother Pitney's already in the building. What's good, fam? Always a pleasure to see you, man. Glad you're here, man. Hope all is well on your end. Um, and I'm even gonna I'm gonna put a link in here if anybody want to pop up and we can join the conversation or whatever to kind of hear what people are going and where they're meeting folks and you know what I mean overall just like how you feeling or how you doing this. Um, Keep in mind, yo, we're gonna talk about these places where's a good spot to meet folks, but keep in mind you have to have game. There is no cheat code, right? There is no spot like, well, if you go here, you guaranteed to come up on this, that, and the third. No, you know what I mean? No, it is no spot. You know what I mean? We got Jay Swans in the building, bro. You know what I mean? It's where he's got his popcorn. He's gonna sit back like, yeah, can't wait to hear this. You know what I mean? People just aren't really giving it much thought anymore, bro. Like, especially like the you youngins out there, man. It's all about your phone. It's all about, you know what I mean, swiping left and right, dating apps, sliding in the DMs on, Instagram or Snapchat or whatever platforms out there that you guys are using. Like it is what it is, right? It's like, yeah, you can do that. But people aren't really having a lot of success. And the guys who are having success are the dudes who have like superior type game. You know what I mean? They might be alpha type guys like, 6 foot and above, ripped up. You know what I mean? They're lightweight players. Yeah, they're gonna do good on those type platforms because they don't care. Just running numbers, or women are coming after them and they get to choose. But for the average dude, for the bottom 80, for the invisible guys, they're like, well, where can I go? All right. I'm gonna give you guys some ideas, some suggestions. And again, the key to all this, man, you got to be gamed up. You got to know what you're doing. You still got to approach women. You still have to be engaging. You still have to be witty, funny, charming, mysterious, all that stuff, bro. It's all part of it. But at least in these spots that I'm gonna name, I mean, most women there will have their guards down. And in most cases, you're not dealing with the type of women who are out there trying to run game. They're not trying to run your pockets. At least on 40s, like, number like 4 out of 5 places, cool. The fifth place, depending on where you go. You know what I mean? You could definitely run into some issues, depends on where you go. Um, so yeah, we definitely got the link is gonna be pinned to the top down there. Uh and then right off rip, Jay Swans is saying cool spot number one uh, at the OB doctor's office because they smashing. Like, Jay Swans is on one, y'all. It's gonna be one of them kind of nights. You know what I mean? It's gonna be one of them kind of nights, y'all. So be ready. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. You know what I mean? He ain't nothing but a paratrooper, man. You ain't got nothing to worry about. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Whoa, wait a minute. He's an airborne ranger. Well, you might have a problem. You might have a problem there. But yeah, man, we're gonna get into it, man. So top 5 places I think you should go to check out. If you're trying to get some women, trying to meet some cool women, kind of quality. Top 5 places, man. No particular order, right? So number one, a book fair or an arts fair. You feel me? Like something like that. Why would I put that on there, man? Why? Because there's going to be tons of bookworms, nerds, and women who are looking to raise their awareness. Like women who love to read. That tells you right there that they're not about that life. They're not out and about doing all the madness in the, in the clubs, trying to pop bottles. They're not, generally speaking, they're not running after the Ray Rays, the Pookies, and the Chads. However, they see one and they think they got a shot, they'll definitely take their shot. But when you look at a book fair, there's one coming up in Miami, as a matter of fact. Right. So we'll just go ahead and put this up on the screen. Right. So this is the Miami Book Fair. Every November, they have it in Miami. I've never been. I just noticed it. It came up somewhere. I don't maybe one of my female friends sent it to me or something. I don't know, but here it is, November 12th through 19th of this year. And they just during 8 days in November, hundreds of authors and thousands of readers converge on downtown Miami for the nation's premier literary festival. And when it's over, we keep going month in, month out. So, I'm trying to tell you, like it's right here. And it's Miami, of course, so it's going to be a lot of Spanish speakers, as far as authors and stuff like that. But these type of events, man, I'm here to tell you, these type of events are perfect for going out meeting someone, right? A lot of times we get events like this, they have opportunities to volunteer. Let's scroll down and see if they have that here. Because these kind of events are kind of like political things too, right? So you can go in there, you can volunteer. Let's see, they got their sponsors to have volunteer opportunities right there. Volunteer opportunities, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all, this is spot right here. Like if you're in Miami, November 12th to the 19th, bro, you want to be down here at this event. If wherever you are in America, if there is some sort of event, maybe sponsored by the local book club or something like that, you definitely want to check it out. And of course, they're all going to be like, they're going to be selling, you know, memberships and trying to get you on board with their upcoming events outside of this. But man, look, they got Kerry Washington. Oh my God. An afternoon with Kerry Washington in conversation with Eva Longoria. Bro, do you know how many beautiful, single, lonely women are going to be listening to these two women talking about whatever they're going to be talking about? In Thicker Than Water, a memoir, Kerry Washington provides an intimate view into her public and private worlds as an artist, advocate, entrepreneur, mother, daughter, wife, and Black woman. Wow. Chronicling her upcoming and life's journey thus far, she reveals how she faced a series of challenges and setbacks, effectively hid childhood traumas, met extraordinary mentors, managed to grow her career, and crossed the threshold into stardom and political advocacy, ultimately discovering her. Let's see what else they got in here. I can't read. Here it is. Ultimately discovering her. Trying to find out where we left off. Grow a career, threshold to stardom, political advocacy. Ultimately discovering her truest self, and with it, deeper sense of belonging, like a deeper sense of belonging. Wow. Throughout, Washington attempts to answer the question so many have struggled with: who am I? What is my truest and most authentic self? How do I find deeper sense of connection and being? With grace and honesty, she inspires readers to search for and find themselves. Joining Washington to discuss her book is activist, actor, and author Eva Longoria. Bro, if you are in Miami, y'all need to be at this part of the event before the book for this book fair. Oh my goodness. That's a come up. That's a come up. That is a 100% come up. You want to be there. If you're in Miami, you want to be there. You don't want to be down there wearing a bunch of drip and all that stupid stuff with sunglasses on. You want to go down there. You want to look like an astute book nerd, right? Like I say, man, when in Rome, dress as the Romans. This book fair is Rome. It's gonna be these book nerds. It's gonna be a bunch of women down there. It's gonna be so many women at this thing right here. So many Latina and Black women at this thing right here. It's gonna be some successful women right there checking that out, man. This is what I'm talking about. Like, this is when I don't know what the book fair costs, but it's worth the cost of admission just to go to that event right there. And of course, if you're bilingual, you want to be down there and go to the Spanish speaking stuff. There's going to be so many, man. That's Sunday, November 12th at 4 p.m. It's on the Sunday after church. Bro, it's going to be packed full of women, man. This is something you can probably come down there and listen. And the women who are going to be there, right? Those women, their shields are going to be down. They're not going to a nightclub. They're not going to a beach party. They're not going on a yacht party. They're going down here. They're going to be open to hearing what this woman has to say. They've probably already read her book. They know what's up with her. They're fans, right? You got Eva Longoria down there too, another baddie. Bro, this is where it's going to be conversation. Women are going to be asking questions. You can sit back and just wait it out. Wait it out. Just scan the crowd. Wait for eye contact to come your way. Man, do your research, bro. Read this book, or at least get the cliff notes to this book so you can at least speak on the book a little bit, right? Be ready to talk about the books you've read recently. Be ready to engage on a higher plane. Simple as that. The women who will be down at this thing, bro, they're not going to be the typical, chicks that you see on Fresh and Fit or whatever podcast or stuff like that, right? These are going to be serious-minded professional women, right? Some will have kids. There'll be some single moms down there. It's going to be some women straight out of college. There's going to be people who are all about the advocacy, man. They're all about the political side of this thing. They're all about figuring out their true self. I need to find my truest self. Bro, this is the spot. This is the spot. I would wear like either some nice jeans or some linen pants with like a untucked like linen shirt and some loafer type shoes or something like that. Or, if you're going to wear some hard shoes, wear some, maybe some Ferragamos or something like that. That type of loafer type shoe. I wouldn't wear any big jewelry, like maybe like a chain or something like that, or maybe some authentic, like, African type jewelry where, you're wearing just like the shells and stuff like that. Nothing too over the top. Have your fade up right, or if you bald like me, make sure it's freshly shaven. Make sure your beard or mustache is on point. Don't be walking down, hey, what's up, girl? What's up with you? Don't be that guy. Those guys will be around, but don't be that guy. Sit back, be a little bit mysterious. You know what I mean? You need to show that you, like, again, do your research. Don't let these women think you down here hunting. You're not hunting. This is something I normally do, right? This is the spot, bro. This right here, a book fair or an art fair. If you got some sort of art thing going on in your town, in your community, go check those out. They got like a little art fair. You kind of go and see talk to the local artists, see what's going on, talk about their work. If you can, maybe buy some of their work if it's not too expensive. Right. And then they're always going to have like little after hours, a little, like little groups going on here and there. Like, hey, we're going to be doing this little social over here at this coffee shop. You should swing by. This is what you're networking. Right. And you're also trying to network yourself into a situation with a pretty cool woman. Like, again, these women shouldn't be down here dressing in the 304 uniforms. I don't think they're going to have like, like their butts hanging out and their breasts. Now, I don't think you're going to see all that. I think they're going to come down there looking, again, coming straight from church. A lot of them, they're going to be coming straight from church. They'll be looking fine, but they're not going to be looking, 304-ish. This would be a really good event to check out, fellas. Book fair, book fair, art fair. These are the quietest kept spots where you go in there. And yes, if you're in there and again, you present properly, you're dressed properly, go by yourself, gentlemen. Don't go with other dudes. Don't go with other dudes. If you got some women you cool with and you know how to run that friendship game with your females to get that social proof, do that. Go down there with your female friends, but Not if they're ratchet. Don't bring these club chicks down there with you. They're not used to that world. Get women who are used to that world to come down like, oh yeah, that sounds cool. I want to go. Can I go with you? Yeah, sure. She will be naturally bringing women over to have conversations, bro. It's the perfect end. This is spot. This is spot right here. This is the spot. Like, this is how you got to do it, bro. This is a great place, a great opportunity if you're in Miami right now or wherever you are. If you can find a book fair or some sort of art fair that's going on, here we are coming up on the holiday season, man. So it's towards the end of the year. You might be able to catch one. Go in there, check it out, bro. Go in there and check it out. Jay Swans is wilding in the chat already. I already see that. You know what I mean? And we got Sister Nair in the building. What's good, sis? Hey, bro. And I'm sorry. Yeah, it's all good. You ain't got to apologize for him, man. I've known him actually longer than you. I already know what it is, babe. I already know what it is, sis. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Brother Smee was in the building. What's good, man? Good day, bro. Checking in from the down under, man, all the way in Australia, man. I hope all is well. I hope your Wednesday is going great. Pretty sure you're at work right now, man. So that's what's up, man. Too bad you ain't here, man. We could hit up this book fair, and boy, with that. And seriously though, guys, when you think about it, when you're going out to meet women, where you meet women is extremely important because it's gonna, you know what I'm saying, kind of tell you what you're dealing with up front. It's a very, very high likelihood if you're in the club, you're gonna come up on women who just free like that. And they want to get down and do their thing. They run their game. I ain't mad at them. But if you meet someone at a book fair, then the chances are you're gonna get yourself a woman who will be considered more traditional, who's cool, doesn't really want to go out and party like that. They're not about that life at all. Their friends are probably going to be other bookworms, other nerdy type girls who's not trying to go out. They'll do like, wine day or something like that. They'll go out for lunch. They're not having girls trips like that. You know what I mean? Or going out for party night. They're not doing that. They'll go have breakfast or brunch or lunch. They'll meet up, go someplace cool and secluded. They ain't really trying to get attention like that. They'll be dressed, very, very conservatively in most cases. But if you out and about and you in the club, man, you popping bottles and all that, well, that's going to come with what that comes with. So don't go to the clubs to be mad. I can't believe she at 304. Where'd you meet her? Oh, shoot, we was at a future party and she came by. All right, cool. All right, you can't believe she's, all right, cool, whatever. You know what I mean? It's not to say that these women ain't at the book fairs, and it's not to say they're not at the art fair. They may be there. That's why you need game. This is why you need to be aware. You need to be able to talk to them within a few, talk to them for a few minutes. You should be able to figure it out. Certainly by the end of the day, you should figure it out. And like I said, their shields are going to be down, man. They're going to be open to talking to guys who know about the subject matter, bro. Like if you, man, get Kerry Washington's book or go on Amazon and see if you can get a preview of the first couple chapters or read some sort of summary. Figure out what's in that book. So at least you can go down there and you can talk about that book and then other books like it. Because Uncle Sam, man, I done read a lot of Alice Walker, bro. You know what I mean? I done read Temple of My Familiar, Color Purple. You know what I mean? I done read a lot of Eric Jerome Dickey. Like, sisters who read, they love his work. Milk in My Coffee and what was the other one? Sister. That was another one. You got to read those books, man. I'm pretty sure there's an author out there that the Latino community is really up on. I don't know who that is, but bro, I would definitely do the research. If I was going to this book fair, I would be up on that because I would be looking for that genre so I can talk to the women who were there, right? And then you got like the poetry and stuff like that, like the spoken word part. You know what I mean? Like you find someone who's like, I'm here to promote my book of poetry, bro, you can kill him. Brother Pitney, like I've met a few nice women at Barnes and Nobles in the past. Facts. You know what I mean? You can definitely come up. Wonderful 34 is in the building. What's good, fam? Good to see you. You know what I mean? And Jay Swans is still on his comic tear. He's like place number 3 at the daycare or school because she's picking up her trophies. See number 1 once again, and you'll know she's smashing. Yeah, man. There he goes. Like even Longoria, bro. She started as a comedian. She was doing comedy in LA at the Comedy Store. She was working with some stand-up comics, and I think she was doing more improv stuff. But they had this group, I think they called themselves the Hot Tamales. Bro, I never got to see her perform, but I got to see, like, I saw her poster and I saw her walk around the Comedy Store a couple times. I'm like, yo, who was Shorty? And this was before she took off. Like, this is before she, that TV show took off. And little, man, she looked good in that picture. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean? Like the Jay Swans, like the cigarettes, bro. Yeah, well, like they say, man, back in the day in our generation, if she smokes, she pokes. That's one of those things, bro. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna mad. I ain't gonna mad. I am not gonna be mad at that statement. Um, yeah, like, yeah, definitely don't listen to Jay Swans. I'm trying to get out here and get on with somebody at the book fair. You don't want to be wearing Dickies, a wife beater, and some Chucks. That's not gonna help you, bro. In the donut shop, big girls need love too. Yeah, they do. You know what I mean? Brother Penny is like, dudes are really out here meeting girls doing 3 or 4 stuff and acting surprised when they found out they're 3 or 4s. Yeah, what's the name of the basketball player, bro? Is it Joe Johnson or whatever his name is? Joe Smith, whatever his name is. He meets his adult film star uh side chick that he decided to marry. And bam, as soon as he runs out of money, what she does, she goes right over and starts getting right back into her adult ways, adult acting ways. And she out here doing all kind of stuff that you can see online. You can hit her up on OF right now, and she'll do whatever you want her to do for $15.99 or whatever they charging. She's probably charging about $5, to be honest with you. Miss AKA ladies in the building. What's good, sis? Good to see you. Talking about the top 5 places to meet quality women. And number 1, book fair or art fair, right? And we just went over the reasons as to why. That's it. Number 2, right? Let's go ahead and drop that screen. Number 2, a church event. Right now, before you go crazy, right? A church event. I'm not saying go to church. Don't go to church unless you're looking for some spiritual enlightenment or whatever it is you're looking for in the church. Although there's some women in the church and a lot of them are loose, bro. Like, it is what it is. I personally don't do that. I don't go into the church. I'm not trying to mix my spirituality up with what's going on with my hedonism. I like to keep them separate. I'm heathen over here, but over here, I'm in the church. It's kind of like in the movie Highlander. You can't cut no heads off in the church. Y'all can't fight. That's like a safe place. But church events, there are a lot of different types of church events, right? The Catholic Church, they always have some sort of like festival kind of thing where they'll have like little rides and the dunking thing. Like you throw the ball and hit the thing and they get the dunking booth, and they'll have like little games, and sometimes they get more elaborate and they even bring in like roller coasters and stuff like that. So church events is going to be family oriented. People, again, they're not going to be dressed in 3 or 4 uniforms. At least you would hope they're not. Depends on what type of church. If you mess with the Catholic Church, they're gonna come dressed appropriately. Like they have concerts and stuff like that. So you can go to like maybe some sort of concert, or if the church is sponsoring some sort of speaker, like sometimes they'll bring in different people to speak on stuff, religious themed, of course. But there'll be a barbecue along with that event. So you pay a little $20 or whatever they're paying now. I don't know, it's probably $100 to go these days. The church don't play with their money. But you get into the festival, you move around, people gonna be talking to you. Oh, who are you? Because they're trying to recruit you into the church. The church is always trying to recruit. So people are gonna be coming up to you, introducing you to different women. Like, oh man, you seem really nice. Again, you gotta dress appropriately. You're going to a church event, probably gonna want to go with Dockers. Want to go with Dockers, want to go with some type of loafer or even some type of tennis shoe. You know what I mean? Because people like to do that. They'll wear some Pumas or something like that with Dockers, right? And put on like a little polo pullover shirt, tuck it in, you know what I mean? And or not, whatever. But you kind of want to do that and just kind of go check it out. You know what I mean? So you're supporting the church, you're supporting the community, and you're getting to meet folks. They'll do like co-ed kickball tournaments or whatever, maybe pickleball stuff. Like, pickleball is the small tennis courts with the paddles kind of thing, like rackets. I need to figure out exactly what the rules are for pickleball, because that's like getting really crazy down here. That's like everywhere. But these type of events with the church, it'll give you an opportunity to meet some quality women. Now, you really need game if you're dealing with a church event. You really need game because there's people in the church who are trying to change. right? You got to be able to identify the Jezebels, right? The Jezebels in there, bro. You got to be able to identify them. They're in there and they're playing a role. So, here's the thing: like if you identify them, it's great because she's, when she gets you alone, it ain't gonna take long for her to get back to her ways because there's women in there who they hunt like that. They're hunting for church going guys, so they're in there hunting. So if you go in there, make sure you are gamed up because they will definitely pull the wool over your eyes. You think you got this good Christian girl, then come to find out you got a born again. You know what I mean? So what was you before you was Christian? 304. I was a 30. She'll be like, yeah, I was a 304 first class. And you still take her out, and this mass dudes didn't know her. Everywhere you go, it's like, oh, hey, Susan, how you doing? Good to see you. I ain't seen you in a long time. Like, damn, girl, all these people know you. So you got to be careful. You got to still have that game and have that ability to weed out those women who are quote unquote born again. I'm a new virgin or whatever. Virgin. And people used to say that to me all the time. Like, nah, ain't no such thing. Ain't no such thing. So do people change? Yes. Can people change? Absolutely. I'm looking for the woman who's really good at hiding her past. If it's in the closet where it belongs, it's cool. It ain't spilling out nowhere. But if you going out with her and you starting to escalate or whatever, and you start getting into spaces where all these dudes know her, then you gotta, okay. And she's like, oh, that's just my friend so-and-so. That's my friend so-and-so. Oh, that's my cousin over there. Oh, that's my play cousin over there. Be careful with that. Be careful with that. But I met her at church. Yeah. She was seeking forgiveness. That's why she was at church in the first place. She wants to be forgiven for all these bodies she got in the closet. Right. So, I mean, it is what it is. So I'm not saying don't mess with someone with a past. I'm just saying if you just know what you're dealing with. That's all I'm saying. Know what you are dealing with. You need that game. You need that understanding. Right. But church events are a good place to meet women. See, Jay Swan's number 6. Any sex shop in and around the villages in Florida. Yeah, he's like the gum game is fire. He's talking about the old people, man. The villages are legendary, y'all. Down here in Central Florida, bro. Legendary. Like, what's going on up there? Whew. I got 12 minutes of stand-up material just about the villages. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. So yeah, their YouTube channels dedicated to what's going on in the villages. Check it out. So church events are a good place to meet women. Real talk. Good place to meet women. You're gonna meet a lot of single women, single moms, a lot of single moms. You're gonna meet women who have been in the church their whole life. You might come across a couple widows, because a lot of military guys were like really, really tight with the church, and some of these guys are falling or whatever. So you're gonna wind up with that. It's gonna be a lot of divorcees there. So you really definitely need your game when you go through there. But there's some cool women. You know what I mean? There's some cool women within the church. Again, you just have to, the vetting process, bro. It's simply because she's making you wait doesn't mean she didn't let those other 50 dudes wait. You know what I mean? So like she's turning over a new leaf. So be careful of that. But that aside, there are some really cool, traditional down women who like just want a good guy and they want to start a family and they really believe in their religion. They're in there. They're in there. It can be difficult to find, but they in there. Right. So definitely check that out. Brother Smeebles, he was like, does the villages have like the largest cases of STDs because they be acting like rabbits? Absolutely, bro. And that's a fact. That is a fact. You can look that up. That's a fact. Them old people they don't care. Again, I got 12 minutes of material on there, bro. I'm not even going to say it right now because I just really finished developing it. And I don't want to spoil it. I don't want nobody to say, people start clipping in like, oh man, I heard that already. And I like the bit too. It's great. It is, yeah. And it's yeah, bro. It's all about that. Miss AK, hey lady, I live way too close to the villages. My realtor would have to put me up on game. Hey, look, they getting it in over there. Them old people, they getting it in. I done heard about the hot tub parties and everything, man. They getting it in. Those old folks don't care, bro. Matter of fact, I need to figure out how to do a comedy show up there in Village. I think they'll love the 12 minutes I got for them. I think they'll love it. And I'll probably have to run out of that place, man, because they'll be like, ooh, fresh meat. Man, he's a youngin too. I'm in my 50s. They probably look at me as a kid. Oh, you just a kid. Like, what? I'm in my 50s. So book fair, art fair, good place to meet women. Church events, good place to meet women. Yeah, you're right about that. Definitely all you can eat on that pudding, bro. Yeah, you come on, get some of this pudding over here, youngin. Come on over here, young man. Come on over here. Yeah, like I said, I'm airborne. I ain't scared of nothing. But I tell you what, going to the villages, man, that give me pause. I'm like, are we sure we got to go there? We can't go somewhere else. So, church events, not in the church necessarily, but the church events. It could be a softball game, kickball, co-ed stuff. Festivals when they have like church festivals and stuff like that. Yeah, around it's all the seasonal stuff that they do, volleyball and all kind of stuff. They'll be having like you know, all kind of stuff, man. Like the three-legged races and the potato sack races, and this stuff is fun, bro. Church events, bowling, they do that too. Horseshoes, all that good old-fashioned American stuff. Church events are a good place to meet some women. Like I said, just be careful when you filter them out because there's a lot of 304s in recovery in church and at these church events. So, and then Miss AK, lady's like, I'm cautious of any older person that's too friendly around here. Hey, they know what it is. You know what I mean? They know what it is. Yeah, yeah. Give me yeah, I know what's up. Yeah, I definitely know what's up. You know what I mean? DL Saint knows what's up, man. We've been around for a minute. Like I say, I got some stuff, firmly locked in my closet, and it's gonna stay in my closet. It ain't never coming out. It's gonna stay in there. But a third place, a cool place to meet some women, right? And this is some stuff that you can do, in the city normally around, like you're gonna have to go to wherever to go into town, go into the city. Spoken word events, bro. Spoken word events. So, and what am I talking about? Let me pull this up for you. Like poetry is always popping. Megan, at the book fairs, you might have an author there who's a poet and they're kind of doing all their thing, but here, actual live spoken word. Now, this is Fly Poet. Fly Poet is probably the premier event promoter for spoken word. They're out of LA. They're at the Ford Amphitheater. I've been going to their performances for years. I remember when they were just in like these small little venues, we might be able to get 50 to 100 people in there. Now they're doing like, 400 or 500 seaters. Russell Simmons even worked with them and did, he used to have that he used to have that Def Comedy Jam. Well, he did a Def Poetry Jam. It didn't work, but they did it. So, and this is kind of what it looks like. When I went to these events, bro, I think I know her. When I went to these events, it would be packs of women, packs. And again, some would be wearing the 304 uniforms, but most would be dressed like the neo soul types, right? They would dress with their nice fitting jeans and, eclectic types, tops and everything, showing a little bit of cleavage, natural hair, not too much makeup. They would purposely not wear a lot of makeup. They have makeup on, but not a lot. It was all about, being a soul sister and all that. But these shows were amazing. They have a artist as the performer is doing their thing. And here's a picture here. As the performer is doing their thing, there's an artist in the background creating art to whatever the poet is talking about. So this guy in the back, I don't know if you can see him, but this guy in the back, he has this, it's glass. It's this big old piece of glass. And he uses his colors, and he'll be creating artwork based on what the poet is saying. It is off the chain. And then when the poet is done, he'll wipe it down, and then he's got a clean slate for the next poet who comes up. They got a live band that performs. Bro, if you can get into an event like this, spoken word, you definitely gonna come up. You're definitely gonna come up. And again, you have to be able to adjust your game. You don't want to go in there like, what's up, baby? You look good in them jeans. You gotta adjust your game a little bit. right? You got to be able to adjust your game. Maybe talk, hey, who'd you come to see? Who's your favorite poet? Oh yeah, yeah, I'm familiar with that person and da da da. And if you know some of the material, and once they see that you really know the content, you really know these poets, man, they gonna talk to you, bro. They gonna talk to you. It's like, what's up? Who you with? Oh, just me and my girls or whatever. Oh, that's cool. What y'all doing after? It's like, oh yeah, they're having this event after, like little after hours at so and so. Y'all should come through. Like, bet. Yeah, yeah, we'll come. We'll be there. Well, let me get your number, or let me get your Instagram, or let me get however. Like, let me hit you up, bro. And of course, in LA at Fly Poet, it's dudes in there. Dudes already know what time it is, so they in there getting it on. So women know what time it is. Like, all right, this dude's trying to get on. So it's really about your game. It's about your approach. It's about the way you dress. You know what I mean? You see the dudes in there with the sunglasses on. Like, some women like that, but man, it is what it is. You know what I mean? You'll see. I mean, that's the first place I met Malcolm Jamal Warner, was at one of these type events. It wasn't Fly Poet. It was another poetry event that I met him in Tyra Banks. Tyra Banks came in one night. Ooh, boy. This was back in 1998, 98, 99. Man, look, Tyra Banks was a beautiful woman. I'm just trying to tell y'all. She was, woo. She had a pretty boy with her, another model. Man, and this was before she had her modeling TV show. Like, this was between the modeling TV show and like the movie she was doing. Man, when I say barely any makeup on, I think she had on some like lip gloss or maybe some light lipstick, and that was it. She had on some jeans, some boots with the high heels on them, and a cool leather jacket. And we was in this, I mean, the place couldn't have hold more than 75 people. I don't think it held that many. And we was sitting there just watching some really good poets. Man, she was in there chilling. Like I said, Michael Jamal Warner was there. He performed. This is when he first decided he wanted to try spoken word, I think. So he was like he was kind of new to it, but he was good. And man, look, those events, bro, if you don't have any game, it's a wrap. If you shy, you don't know how to approach women, it's a wrap. You go into this spoken word type, situation, you got to know what you're doing. You can't come off as thirsty, right? I mean, everything you do is amplified. Like, these women know what time it is. I went in there the night I saw Tyra Banks. I met these sisters, like black girls who were sisters. Fine as I don't know what, man. Stayed in touch with them for decades, bro. For decades. And man, I met them there. It was called Lucy Florence. That was the name of the venue. It was named for the guy's mother. It was two black twins, and they named the place after their mom. And it was a cool spot, bro. They kind of got, they got aced out of their spot, man. Gentrification came to that part of LA, and they got pushed out. They got shoved into Leimert Park. So they sent them, they had to go down to the hood and set up. And I wasn't going to the hood. I went down there once, and I was like, nah, I ain't coming back down here. You know what I mean? Like, I love the poetry, but it ain't worth it. Like, I ain't coming back down here. But yeah, man. That was like some of my first LA stories of going into these spoken word joints. Now, if you live in certain parts of the country, like flyover country, and maybe smaller metropolitan areas, there might not be a lot of this type of attractions, like this type of venue. But there's always going to be somewhere that has like an acoustic kind of thing. So you got bands, but they're like unplugged, so it's acoustics only. Go to those sort of things. It's the same, right? Spoken word, garage band, same thing. Go to those kind of things. Small venues are the key. Small venues, very intimate venues. If you can get to a place that does it like maybe weekly or monthly, go in there, get cool with the owners, get cool with the managers, the bartenders, so they know you when you pop in. They'll tell you what's up, introduce you to the acts, like, like really work your hand. But it's a great place to meet women, like around this artistic kind of world, this vibe. Now you're gonna get a lot of women who are into that free love. That comes with it, right? You're gonna get a lot of women who are just like out there. You get the Zodiac crew. They come out there like, what's your sign? Oh my God, you're a Virgo with the moon rising, or whatever the hell they be talking about. You know what I mean? That's part of that. You get the groupie girls because they love their band guys. They'll love those. So Even when a band is broke, these struggling artists, they got groupies, man. And these groupies take care of these guys, man. Like they buy them food, they buy their alcohol, they buy their smoke, they help them, upgrade their equipment. They let them use their cars. Like this groupie thing is for real. Like it's for real. So you got the groupie girls, you got the moon babies, you know what I mean? The astrology girls, but then you get women who just want to come out and have a good time, and they don't necessarily want to go to a massive venue. They want to go to something small and intimate so they can enjoy the music. You got them. You know what I mean? Like I said, you see the importance of having game. You gotta know. You gotta know. Right? You feel me? You gotta know. You know what I mean? Jay Swans is like, don't no one care about church events. They're trying to get that good Foxy Brown. Hey, bro, it is what it is. It's there. Miss AKA lady. Um, they have slam contests in Tampa. Ooh, I didn't know that. I have been to a few. They are real nice. I didn't know that, sis. That's what's up, man. I'm gonna look that up because these spots are cool. You're gonna meet some cool folks. It's real low key. Again, it's easy to identify the 304 types because you will see them. They come in there, they got all the cleavage, they're wearing the 304 uniforms, tons of makeup, very, very bad personalities, don't want to approach. You can see them. Just stay away from them. It'll be a handful of them in there, but the majority of the women will be very approachable. They'll be cool. And like I said, if you know how to work your game, you're not going to have any problems. These are the type of women that'll buy you a drink. You chat them up, they enjoy the conversation. They'll be like, hey, what are you drinking? And they'll get you a drink. That's when you know, like, all right, I'm going to holler at her. And it doesn't mean she ain't like maybe a groupie type. It doesn't mean, anything other than she doesn't mind investing her money or spending her money on an individual who, is entertaining. That's what it boils down to. And then she's showing you, I ain't on that. I ain't tripping. I'll get you a drink. You know what I mean? Because she understands the game too to a certain level. So I used to love that. Now, maybe that was because I was in LA or big cities. It'd be LA, San Diego, Vegas, Miami, you know, Cincinnati, which a small to medium sized city, but still, that's, I ran that same thing in Cincinnati, but you got to have that game, guys. Got to have that game. And Miss AK, they say she was like, the Zodiac crew is definitely deep in the building. Yeah, man, that Zodiac stuff is what it is, though. Some of them are fine and some of them want to get it in. So, hey, you know what I mean? They want to get it in. Okay. You know what I mean? And I got game for that too. They're like, oh my God, you're a Capricorn. I'm like, yeah, I'm a Capricorn rising below the horizon. And I'll look down and wink at them. And if they like, okay, then you know what it is. You know what it is. You're about to get some of this Capricorn. You know what I mean? So, but you got to have that game. You got to know what you're doing, gentlemen. You got to know what you're doing. Women don't really need game. It helps them, you know what I mean, to do what they're doing. But come on now. It's just dudes gonna be chasing them, especially the fly ones. So you got your book fairs, your art fairs, your church events, spoken word events, and or intimate acoustic, like musical type thing, bro. Like it could be whatever type music too, man. It could be the garage band type stuff, man. It could be neo soul, it could be bluegrass. Man, I remember I opened for a bluegrass band in Santa Monica once. We had a good time too, bro. And they were good because we did 2 shows. So I had to open, I performed between the shows. So I got to hear them. And I'm like, oh wow, man. And the songs were fun. In fact, like for my next show, so I did my act or whatever, and then I heard the band. And then I had to come up for the next show. And I got to use their material. And it was fun. It was fun. They loved me. I didn't have to buy no drinks that night, man. Like it was bluegrass. It was great music. I would follow them around a little bit, man. It was good times. You just never know. But that was, again, a very small, intimate place in Santa Monica. I think this place held maybe 60 people in the whole bar. In the part that we were in performing, it was like maybe 30 could get back there. So like I'm here to tell you, those small, intimate spots where, you get to hear people doing their art, be it spoken word or if they're singing or whatever, it is what it is. So the next one, and we've talked about this before, bro, dance, yo. You know what I mean? Some sort of dance thing, be it salsa, merengue, bachata, tango, line dancing, like, Detroit loves that line dancing thing. Um, you know what I mean? House, like whatever. If you can find that thing, so I did find something online that we just missed. It was in Orlando. My buddies were telling me like you should come to this thing, but I couldn't. I had something else going on. I couldn't do it. So this is the Orlando Salsa Congress. They had one in DC. They had the National Salsa Congress in DC. Um, but this right here, man, it was crazy, bro. It was crazy. And like, look at this. They had pool parties, they had workshops, you know what I mean? For those people who are like the professional dancers are trying to get to that level. They had different shows where they brought people in, concerts. They had vendors set up so you can go shopping. Like they say, even more pool parties, right? They had socials. You got there just meet people, dance all day events. And this was the Orlando Salsa Congress, right? They do this every year. I'll go next year for sure, right? I'll go next year for sure. This type of event, it's a weekend event, right? Normally Friday, Saturday, maybe Friday, Saturday, half a Sunday. And the culture is deep. People have a good time, no drama, no fights, no nothing. And people are just down there from beginner all the way up to advanced professional level of dance. People just come together. And I'm telling you, man, I've been to some events, not quite that big, but you just go and women come up to you and it's like, hey, would you dance? Like, do you dance? Could you, and I tell them like, I'm not that good. And they're like, no problem. And we'll go out and just dance and have a good time. They'll give you some pointers, right? The better you are at dancing, bro, it brings you, it's like, it's the cheat code, man. It takes you to a whole nother realm. And that's like in the Latin world. And that's anywhere. They're dancing salsa, bachata, like merengue and bro, you definitely gonna meet some beautiful women, man. I'm here to tell you, you definitely gonna meet some beautiful women. And again, it's how you play your game. Don't go in there thirsty. Don't go in there whatever. You go in there and dance with everyone, anyone who wants to dance. Show that you know how to dance, and the women will come to you. They can see that you know how to dance, and they're gonna come holler at you. They're gonna want to dance with you, bro, because it's all about the culture. It's all about the dance. Anything above that is just extra. And they'll stay in touch with you just because you can dance. Hey, we're having a social at my friend's house in 2 weeks. You should come. Yeah, I'll come. They'll give you their number. Like, here's my number. I'll give you a call or remind you, or I'll send you a text. They'll send you like a little flyer or something like that. Hey, you need me to bring anything? You know what I mean? Like, oh, you can bring a bottle or whatever. Bro, you get there. It just opens up a world that most people just aren't privy to. Go and learn how to salsa. Like, go and learn this. You want your cheat code. There it is. Dance. It could be ballroom dancing. Same thing. It's a subculture that they're all about that ballroom dancing. If you know how to do that, you killing the game. Right? Same thing with uh what's the other one? There was a place called the Brown Derby in LA. Swing dancing. Swing dance is still big in LA with the people in that culture. Swing dance ain't never went anywhere, but at one point, like in the late 90s, well, I'll take that back. The mid to late 90s, swing was king in LA. They would dress up and just go crazy, man. It was like walking back in time. You would think you done walked into the 1945 or something like that. And you go into the Brown Derby, and they had a bunch of swing places, and people will be dressed up, dancing all night long, getting crazy with it. It had classes and everything like that, bro. I'm telling you, man, all these subcultures are excellent places to meet. I mean, they see you there, like, okay, like I see you in Rome, you dress like the Romans, you know a little bit about the dance, you know how to talk, you ain't thirsty, man. It's a wrap. They trying to holler at you. Hey, didn't I see you here last week? Like, yeah, I came in last week for the first time. I want to see what's up. Oh man, what do you think? It's on. You don't even have to like talk to them. It's on. They come right up to you because it's a subculture, bro. And it's all about, I mean, that destroys all of the guards that go up, all the force fields, man, they go away. people like, man, I ain't dressing up, man. You look silly. Like, nah, bro. You go in there dressed to roll. You coming out of there. You know what I mean? You coming out of there, man. Yeah, I mean, brother Penny. If a girl asks your zodiac sign, she um, just respond with the dollar sign. Hilarious. You try that. You know, Jay Swans, man. Anywhere women having a bachelorette party and wearing their sashes, hey, that's a real point right there. You catch the bachelorette, bro. It's you know what time it is there. You know what I mean? Brother Penny, cooking classes are a decent option if you're a major in a major metropolitan area, but the classes needn't be large enough. So I've never gone to a cooking class, but it's a subculture and it works, bro. It absolutely works. Like, you know, cooking classes, I could see that working. You know, anything that's a subculture and you go in there and they see you, they get comfortable with you, they're gonna want to holler at you. And you know, bro, you know how to cook. Like, dude, I'm a breakfast guy, man. I love to cook. You know, when I do French toast, if I do pancakes or whatever, everything I do is from scratch. You know what I mean? I love being on the grill. I bought a grill, you know what I mean? So yeah, bro, I love it. I'm all about that. So if it was a cooking class, I would absolutely go. I would absolutely go. A lot of people were hitting up that wine and painting thing. I never did it, but they were doing it, you know, and it was funny because the guys are coming back with these paintings they did the wine and paint thing. I thought it was hilarious. Like, man, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. Like, I'm not doing that. That wine and painting, no, sir. I'm not doing that. But I know a lot of guys who did and they came up. They came up. And again, women weren't dressing, they weren't wearing their 304 outfits. In fact, they were wearing older stuff because they knew they might get paint on it. So they went in there trying to dress to impress. Not a whole lot of makeup, but more than, you know, more makeup than I saw at the poetry stuff. You know, my man was like, yeah, I saw the girls he was bringing out of there. And I'm like, okay, they didn't have a lot of makeup on, but they did have on some. Um, yeah. And so, yeah. So, yeah, you're right about that, man. The cooking classes, yeah, bro. I can see that working for real. Yeah, and then like, yeah, dumb minute thing if they ain't got that swing. Hey man, for real, that swing stuff was crazy in LA. It was crazy. It was crazy. You know what I mean? Like Waffle House, 3 a.m. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Like, I don't know about that. At my age, I don't know about that. But any subculture out there is gonna be popping, bro. It's definitely gonna be popping. Um, anywhere where women, again, they have their shields down, they're comfortable, but you don't want to be the guy that's thirsty. Don't be that guy. Don't run in there super thirsty and oh, what's up? Don't be that dude. You'll mess up everything, bro. Don't be that dude. You got to sit back and walk down the hill. You know what I mean? Those that know. You know what I mean? And then there's the last one. We don't talk about subcultures. This last spot, you know, a lot of people they slipping on it, but any any Comic Con or any cosplay opportunity, bro. Any cosplay opportunity. There was a place in LA right before I moved on Hollywood Boulevard. There was a bar that was called Scum and Villainy. And this is a Star Wars bar. And it used to be like once a month they would pick a spot and they would do, you know, Scum and Villainy. They will go in there and you walk in and they're playing that music from Star Wars. They playing that, you know what I mean? And it's just they were all dressed up like Jedi or like Han Solo, like the pirate type, you know, kind of thing, like the smuggler, or they were dressed up as Imperial stormtroopers or Imperial officers. It was I and to my knowledge, it's still going on because they used to do it like once a month, and then it got to where they found a place that became the home, and it was like every weekend you see people dressed up as Jedi walking up and down Hollywood going into this bar, bro. You come. That's when you coming into the nerd territory, and bro, you come in there dressed right. You got the outfit on, and you're not afraid. You're gonna meet some women, man. You're gonna meet some nerdy chicks. Now, here's the thing with nerds. You think like, oh, I got me a nerdy girl. She's a good girl. And she might be out there. She might be out there. So you still got to run the vetting process. Still got to run it. So Comic Cons are the same thing. Like I've been to the Stan Lee Comic Con. You know, there's the big one in San Diego Comic Con. There's one in New York. There's one here in Tampa. I've been to the one here in Tampa, and there's a video of the one.
If you're looking for something to do this weekend, you can nerd out if you'd like. No pressure.
I'll see you there.
The Tampa Bay Comic Convention is back. Hey, wait a minute. Started today at the Tampa Convention Center downtown. It'll go through Sunday. Talking everything there from cosplay to cool merch.
That? Oh, that's Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes. Celebrity appearances too. Listen to this. So
How did
actors
I know
from
that?
Doctor Who. I'm impressed. The Vampire Diaries, Walking Dead will be there. Superman himself, Dean Cain.
Oh.
And
well,
so
then I will see you there.
So will Captain Kirk, William Shatner too. It's pretty cool.
And we also got a chance to speak with him. It was a great interview. You have to see it. You can check it out tomorrow morning on Brightside.
Yeah, Chris Rogers got to talk with him. Said it was very entertaining.
Oh,
Not surprising.
He's 90?
No, I can't believe it. He looks great.
So there's that. Now, what's funny about that is y'all saw that y'all saw that Wonder Woman, that woman dressed up as Wonder Woman. Well, I was there a couple years ago, and there was a woman dressed up as Wonder Woman, and she was beautiful. Her husband was law enforcement somewhere south of here, and they were part of this organization that they do cosplay and they dress up and they help less fortunate kids or kids who've been hurt and stuff like that. So they'll come to birthday parties dressed up and whatever. And like her, I got pictures of her too. I'm gonna have to find those pictures. Her Wonder Woman outfit was like made of metal, like it was nice, bro, and she was beautiful. And I was just kind of like, yo, what's going on? I saw her, like, hey, mind if I get a picture? And of course, they're like, yeah, they got a picture with her and everything. It was kind of cool. But man, like it was one of those things, man. The nerves, bro. I'm telling you, you go to a Comic-Con, you go to some sort of cosplay event, you will definitely get an opportunity to meet some women who more than likely are going to be pretty decent. They're not going to be over the top. You know, they might come dressed in the 3 or 4 cosplays. Like I said, you still gotta run your game. You still gotta filter, but you stand a way better chance in that environment than you do in a church. Or, correction, in a nightclub. You know what I mean? My bad. I was thinking church, but I mean, it is what you know what I mean. Jay Swan's dressed up as a stormtrooper equals super nerd. Man, if I had one, I would do it. You know what I mean? Brother D's in the building. What's good, fam? What's up with you, bro? We over here talking about the top 5 places, or my top 5 places on meeting women, and we're about to wrap it up. Like Jason was like, I go to Comic Cons and take lunch money and put grown men in lockers. Hey, bro, that's I don't. I go there to have a good time and network, and then meet up with some pretty fine chicks. Like, but I ain't mad at you. We did a segment at Stan Lee's Comic Con. This was years ago. I got to find that video. Because we were working on a project called, oh shoot, man, what was the name of that? Geek Talking. It was called Geek Talking. We were trying to put together a weekly roundup show about all things geek. One of the segments we shot was at the Stan Lee's Comic Con. We spent a day down there. It was great, and bro, you know, we saw all sorts of everything. Those people it was like a family affair, man. We saw these, it was a black family, like mom, dad, and the kid, and they were dressed up as like Hawkman, Hawk Girl, and like Hawk Kid, in very elaborate costumes, with the wings coming up, and they had the weapons, and bro, it was cool to see it. I'm like, yo, y'all do this all the time? Like, yeah, every chance we get, it's like it's an opportunity to bond with the family, because they're like, we're a family of super nerds, and we love going. Like, you know, next time we go, we'll go as, you know, Sith. Next, and then the time after that, we'll go as the Thundercats or whatever. But hey, bro, I was like, all right, cool. That's what's up, man. So yeah, I'm not I'm not throwing nobody in lockers. He's like, he's looking for somebody to do his taxes. Hey, they might be down there, bro. Like, can I get some podcasts? He's like, paint and sip and R&B brunches. Yeah, paint. I talked about that paint and sip thing. I never went to that paint and wine thing. I never went. But I know people who did, and they said they got really good results. I never went, man. I just, you know, we all have our boundaries, and I'm like, man, I ain't doing that. Like, I'm just not doing it. I don't know. I'm older now. Maybe I change my mind if I find something like that here in Tampa, because I know they still do that paint and sip stuff. You know, wine and painting. Look at Miss AKA, she's like galactic horrors. If I can find them, yes. I'll find that you always see women dressed up as the sexy Princess Leia in the slave outfit, and now you got people dressing up as Ahsoka. The Ahsoka character was a slave in one of the episodes. They got women dressing up as the sexy Ahsoka, which, hey man, it is what it is. Like what do you want me to do? I'm just letting you know that's a good place where people have their inhibitions are just down, their shields are down, and if you're dressed up too, it's just they're gonna want to come and talk to you, man. We were down there. I gotta find that video. I gotta find that video of that segment of Geek Talking, because at the end of our video segment, there was a guy who was dressed up as a steampunk stormtrooper. Bro, his outfit was fire, man. I ain't gonna lie. And he had some device in there that would like shoot. He was blowing out bubbles. It was crazy. It was a steampunk stormtrooper. Man, the people were so creative, man. Like, and they had this competition. Man, look, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. That's just fun. You know what I mean? I'm a nerd at heart. I'm a geek. You know what I mean? I had a good time. I wasn't dressed up. Mia was with me that day, and she was really young. She was dressed up in her Supergirl costume, and she had a good time. It was fun, man. We were working, but we had fun. Jay Swans is like number 10 Asian massage parlors is a good place to meet women, bro. Okay. He's like, I still think I got that video in my email. You might, bro, because I know I sent it to you. Let me know if you have it. I know I have it somewhere. I have it. I just got to find it. I got that video somewhere. I remember looking at it recently. But yeah, man. Those are my top 5 picks of places to meet women. People want to know where to go meet women. That's 5 cool spots right there, bro. We talk in no particular order, talking about a book fair or an art fair, a church event. It's a good spot. Spoken word events and or like an acoustic style, singing, like vocal thing. Dance, any type of dance thing, like as a subculture, be it salsa, merengue, bachata, or you're talking about swing dancing, you're talking about ballroom dancing, you're talking about tango, anything like that, dance subcultures type stuff, bro, good place to meet women. And then finally, we were saying Comic Cons or cosplay events, great place to meet women. And if you lucky, like Miss AK, a lady say you might even bump into some galactic whores, which I love that. That should be a t-shirt. I love that. You know what I mean? And like Jay Swan's like, my spots are better than yours. Like, bro, you've been married for over, you've been married a long, long, long time, bro. So you have no idea what you talking about, bro. You just having your fun. You know what I mean? So, that's all we got for tonight, y'all. Just wanted to keep it light, have a good time and talk about this stuff. But the best place to meet women, though, real talk, the absolute best place to meet women is where you are right now. If you out and about and you see some woman, you find yourself slightly attracted to her, man, go up and say something. That's it. That's the absolute best place to meet someone. Hey, how you doing? Don't be afraid. Don't be scared. Go up there and say hi. You know what I mean? Sound off like you got a pair. Be a man. And go do some man shit, right? That's the best way to do it. Like Bill Burr put it, man. Let's listen to Bill Burr, right?
Jesus Christ, be a man. Push it down. Push it down. Deny your feelings. Act like you have answers. Do some man shit right now.
That's what you got to do. Wherever you are, man, just push down that fear. Be a man. Go up and talk to that woman, man. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. And yes, we have reached the end, bro. It's like, darn, that's the end. That's for sure, man. Appreciate y'all rocking out with me. Thank you so much. This was fun. We'll be back tomorrow at 6. Definitely going to do at least one. I'll do at least one DL short tomorrow. Just catching up on some stuff. There's definitely some stuff I want to talk about. Some people have been sending me some cool videos that I want to share with y'all and kind of get y'all, take on what's going on. Yeah, that's it. That's my top 5, man. In the comments below, yo, tell me where your 5 are. Jay Swans gave us 10, but tell me where your 5 spots are, your top 5 spots to meet women. And like I said, if you're in Miami, coming up this week, November 12th, the week of the 12th, go to that Miami book fair. Man, check that out, bro. If you're down in Miami, don't let that opportunity pass you by. I'm for real on that one. Yeah, and then, Jay Swan's talking about the Waffle House again. Like I said, bro, he's been off the market so long, man. He don't know what he's talking about, man. It is what it is. I'm DL Saint. This is the I Really Want to Know podcast, man. I'm going to holler at y'all later. Peace.
Nothing like I've ever seen. It's just a thing of beauty.
Darn, that's the end.